Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the Supreme Arena defenses I'm recommending for this week. And unfortunately this week you're going to have to manually enter all of the 3 maps because every single map is non-symmetrical. So if you just paste the formation ID, it will give you the heroes but you will have to manually arrange them. So that is the unfortunate news. So we're going to begin with the free-to-play team. So free-to-play team number 1, we're going to be going with a Mauler strategy, but I want to run Smokey in it because he can give a really good charm bonus to the hero in front of him, as you can see here, making the hero tankier, higher HP, reduce damage taken, and then even unaffected for the first 5 seconds. And I think that is going to really synergize well with like the Mauler faction tiles, where already the heroes are going to be really tanky and difficult to kill, and then Coco behind the Shakir. And in this comp, I decided to go for Siren to block the artifact of the opponent. Also, there's a really good map that you can group enemies up on. They're already going to be grouped to begin with, and we're going with the Guardian spell just for more protection, more survival, and then Lenya and Shakir are just going to go to work. Shakir is going to ultimate and give that damage reduction, and they're going to just try to solo the entire enemy team. Now here, if you don't have Lenya or you want to run something like Pheromore, I think Pheromore could be fine as a bruiser, damage dealer, and if you want to move on to like more pay-to-win options, which I'm going to show you in the next team setup, then you can even do something like Harok. But one other thing that you can try in this team is, if you want to and if you have Pandora built, you can try replacing Siren for Pandora and put her in this position behind the Smokey. And then this is also really good because Pandora is going to put our ally, who is rearmost, which will be Coco here, into the box. Coco will come out with full energy. She'll be able to cast her ultimate for the damage reduction protection on your team. And that is again going to synergize really well with this Mauler Bruiser strategy. And then we're just going to be trying to kill all of the opposing team. So definitely this is another strategy you can run. If you don't want to use Siren or you want to use Pandora, definitely give this one a try. But I wanted to begin it with Siren in case you have Siren and maybe not Pandora yet. Okay, moving on to team number 2. This is going to be the standard Iron Almas nuke team with Shamira Damon. This is very strong. I'm going to go for the Elderbow spell, especially with the plus 30 effect to give that immobilization, or like, yeah, 2-second, I believe, immobilization when it is triggered. Damon is going to be buffing up Shamira. Nero, unfortunately, it's really awkward maps this week, but I was able to get Nero charms onto Damon, so at least it's some benefit there. And again, you're going to have Shamira charms, you're going to have Damon charms for Dream Realm, so might as well definitely be using them in a PvP comp as well. And this one's really strong, almost up front, just to take, to tank the opponent. And then finally, team number 3 is going to be our Stroll team. Bonnie, Lily May, Tassi, heroes which a lot of people have built up, and then Ludovic here as well. If you have Ludovic charms, that's going to be, making him a little bit better for PvP. Doran in front of the Ludovic for protecting him. Tassi is really well protected to begin with. She's going to be buffed up by the healing of Ludovic at the beginning. And then you're just going to try to outstall the opponent with the Dragon Roar artifact. Okay, guys, now we're moving on to the mid-level of teams. There's not going to be major changes. However, here we're going to have Harok, of course, assuming you've built him up. And then we will have the Pandora behind the Smokey. Now, with the Guardian spell, again, you're going to have massive protection for your allies on the Mauler buff tile. You're going to probably have Harok charms for Dream Realm. This team is looking honestly deadly. Like, how are you going to kill it? Pandora is going to put the Coco into a box. She's going to come out with full energy, cast a damage reduction. You have the Guardian spell. It's really difficult to kill, and this is going to allow Harok enough time to get snowballing and just solo the entire enemy team. That is basically the game plan. If you don't have Pandora or you want to try Siren rather than Pandora, definitely, as I mentioned, for the free-to-play team as well, you can run Siren. That is fine. But I do think that Pandora would be a bit better, and you will also have Pandora charms from Dream Realm, like focusing that. Okay, so really good team number 1 in my opinion. Now team number 2 is going to be exactly the same, which is the Iron Almas Shamira nuke team with the Elderbow spell. And team number 3 is going to be also the same, and it will be Lily May and Bonnie on the tiles in the back, and then Thorin soul pacting the Ludovic and Tassi to the right. So those are basically going to be the teams for the mid-level. Okay, guys, now finally we have the pay-to-win teams, which I'm going to plan to run for this week. So team number 1 is going to be a similar type arrangement, again using the Maulers, but we're going to run both Athalia and Baleran on this team, because along with Baleran, it does really well to have a damage threat like Athalia. Baleran is going to be very well protected. Smokey charms onto Baleran on the Mauler buff tiles with the Guardian spell. It's going to be difficult to kill a team like this, and Baleran will hopefully be able to solo or at least stall long enough for Athalia to just weaken down and kill everyone. Shakir also is going to be a major threat. So I think I'm pretty confident in this team number 1. Team number 2 is going to be the same team which I've already shown you. Iron and Shmira on the faction tiles. Nero in front of Damon. Damon buffing up Shmira, and then Almas up front. With the Elbow spell, I think it's going to do pretty well. Of course, the weakness of this team is like if they run like a Dunlinger. That is kind of the major weakness. However, I have even managed to sometimes beat Dunlinger teams. But yeah, that is kind of the weakest point of this team. And then finally, team number 3 is going to be incredibly pay to win, of course. But let me just explain my positioning here. So Dunlinger is going to protect, obviously, Belle the Cryonaya, so she's able to cast her ultimate. We have Kulu for more additional protection and the range defense buff. We have Dunlinger off to the side so that what I'm trying to do, basically, is I want to kite the enemies, have them walk up towards me, so Cryonaya is able to hit them while on this tile in the back, and even Pandora is able to hit them. Both Pandora and Cryonaya are going to be on the faction tiles, getting that bonus energy recovery, and also the attack speed buff from being on these tiles. And Scarlet is going to be added protection for the Cryonaya, which is pretty important. Now, the way people basically try to beat a team like this is either they can just try to nuke the Cryonaya, which I'm trying to avoid by having the Scarlita shielding, and we also have the Dragon Roar, which will give damage reduction periodically. Pandora, she provides a bit of healing, and like in this position, because your ally who is the rearmost is still going to be Cryonaya. Cryonaya will be in the box and she's going to come out with the full energy, so there's going to be protection from that way as well. And if the opponent has something like a Bonnie, the Bonnie is just going to land her debuffs onto the Pandora, and that's better rather than landing them onto Cryonaya. So that's basically my idea behind this team here. I think overall it's going to be pretty strong. And of course, this combo of Pandora and Cryonaya is good. Now, if the opponent runs a Dunlinger of their own, or if they run Lily May, it can be a bit problematic. But even Lily May should not be enough, because like we're going to get one ultimate at 4 seconds into the match. And then even if it gets interrupted, we're going to charge up by being on the Hypergene Celestial tiles pretty quickly. And probably before the end of the bell, Cryonaya should be able to get off another ultimate, most likely. And yeah, so overall, guys, those are going to be the top teams I'm planning to run for this week in Supreme Arena. Hopefully they're helpful. If you have any other team ideas, you can feel free to share them in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. If you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.